Les Grands Frères.
I was in 8th grade, which I guess would be about 16, 15. I was late. Everyone had already had their first kiss, and I had mine late. And it was at my friend Jeff Swartz's Footloose party.
I kissed a girl when I was 5 years old for a piece of gum. She lived across the street from me, and I just wanted I can't remember. I remember she was bigger than me, and I just said, I really want a piece of gum. And she goes, okay, if you kiss me. And then I was like, do I really want this gum? And then I kissed her, and then she was like, yuck! I'm like, and I think it was the first time I ever swore, too, because I said the F word.
My first real bad one was I was 8, I think I'd say 18, and it came from grain alcohol, Everclear, and it knocked me out for 2 days.
And it was in Italy, and we were in, is it Cinque Terre? That area there, and somebody gave me, like, one of the owners of this bar gave me like a 50-year-old whiskey. I mean, after that, I quit drinking. I think for a while, I was like, it was the worst. I mean, I was like, I thought I was gonna die.
Great. Couldn't believe that it had happened.
Actually, I got lucky because I think that I drank so much the night before that I lasted long.
Je viens de passer 2 heures en terre du milieu avec des cataclopes et des taillots messires, d'accord? Alors putain qu'on me foute la paix. Et moi j'ai été carjacké. Ah ouais? Eh ben j'ai été largué, moi. Tu l'as cherché.
First grade, which, oh, I don't know, like 8 years old, I don't know, as a kid.
There's a girl, I don't know what it's like here in France, but when I was about 10, I went after her, and yeah, so I was 10. But then soon after she turned me down, I kissed my first girl, and I was like, who cares about her?
The first one that I found devastating was just, in looking back now, cheesy, and she, you know, it was pathetic where I was waiting in a parking lot by her car with a single rose. Ugh. And she was working at Benetton in a mall. It's so stupid. Waiting for her to come out, and then she saw that I'm reliving a very painful memory right now.
First breakup, I've only actually had 2 girlfriends. But first real breakup was probably 7 years ago. It's never fun.
Grandparents came to visit, and instead of saying hello, I asked, like, what did you bring me? My parents kind of, you know, that's not what you had. You know, you say hello, and you don't need to ask if they brought you anything, and I remember feeling such shame.
I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. I'm the youngest, and when I was 5, my closest brother was 8, and I watched him have sex with this girl at 8 years old.
T'es qu'un enfoiré. T'es qu'un enfoiré. Ronnie, calme-toi. Je fais pas prudent, c'est conduit. Ok, ça va dire, stop. Putain, je suis au volant, hein. Merde à la fin.
There was a thank you card in our house. There was just, and I picked it up and I said, I'm going to write Aunt Lil a card, and it was a thank you card, so I wrote, Dear Aunt Lil, thank you for being you, and I put a $1 bill in it and sent it to her, and she kept it in her purse until she died.
I'm a pretty nice guy. I would say one of the best things I had a chance to do was, after doing the American Pie movies, I was able to pay for my father to retire. He worked at a factory, really tough job, and I realized, I'm like, you know, I've saved my money. My dad doesn't have to work here anymore. And so I was able to call him up and say, Dad, you know, how much money do you make? I mean, how long until you retire? And he told me, I go, well, you know what? Tomorrow you're done. I go, you're going to be my script reader.
I can honestly say I don't think that's ever happened.
I have an affinity for French women. I guess it was probably when I first came out here, which was like 8 years ago. And that's when I realized that I wanted to live here forever.
Les Grands Frères.